All right, good morning, everybody. Welcome to our Power Vinyasa class. Coming to you live from this is my house. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late. I'm having technical difficulties with my internet, so it looks like the Facebook Live is going to be the only version we have this morning. Hey, Lindsay. So if you have friends that you want to invite over to this group, the YouTube is not working right now, but I'll be able to upload it to YouTube later. So my internet's kind of iffy right now. So it's just going to be Facebook Live. So let's go ahead and get started. So come onto your yoga mat. So finding your way onto your yoga mat. We're going to start in our child's pose this morning. So knees wide. Big toes come together. Sink your hips down towards your heels. Reach your arms forward, forehead to your mat. We'll take a moment here to start to come into your breath. Deep breaths in through your nose. Open your mouth with your exhale. Just like that, deep breath here. Fill up. Exhale, open up. So let's take one more of those here together. Deep breath in through your nose. Fill up all the way. Exhale, open your mouth and release. This goes, it might feel good to start to let your forehead roll side to side. Head and neck release. Knowing this is a safe pose to come into anytime you want to during class. So for whatever reason, drop down to your child's pose is always a good option. So feel free to circle back here anytime you want to. The most important thing is just to listen to your body. Let's all take one more full breath here. And with your exhale, start to press yourself up out of your child's pose. We're coming to our tabletop. Take a moment here to stack your joints. You want your shoulders stacked over your wrists, hips stacked over those knees. Take a look at your hands. Spread your fingers wide. Grip your yoga mat with your fingertips. Keep that engagement. Cows and cats. With your breath, inhale to your cow pose. Belly drops, heart lifts. Exhale, hollow out. Tuck your chin to your cat pose. So just follow through with your own breath pace here. Inhale to your cows. And exhale to your cats. So it might feel good to bring some other movements in here. So maybe start to let those hips move side to side. Rocking back and forth on your wrists. We're still kind of filling things out this morning. Finishing your next set of movements. Finding your way through your neutral tabletop. Slide your palms forward a bit. Knees slide back just a little bit. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips. Downward facing dog. So let's come into this first downward facing dog. Let's start out just in stillness here. Take a look at your hands. Make sure your hands are shoulder distance apart. Fingers spread wide again. Gaze back in between your feet. Feet hip distance apart. Come up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Press your chest back towards your thighs. And you should feel the crown of your head get a little closer to your yoga mat. And then start to straighten those legs. Heels reach towards your mat. In that direction. It's okay if they don't reach all the way down. Paddle your feet. Walk your dog. So let's all start to come into stillness in this downward facing dog. In stillness, bring your feet together at the back of your mat. Take a deep breath in and reach your right leg high. Exhale, bend your knees, stack your hips. Opening up here. Think, equal the weight out with both of those hands. Right knee rotates up. Heel in just a little closer. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, square. Step your right foot down. Feet together. Left leg lifts high. Exhale, bend your knees. Stack your hips. And so keep the weight equal with both of those hands. Left knee up. Towards the sky. Heel in just a little closer. Deep breath in. Exhale, square. Step your left foot down. Slowly walk your feet forward to your hands. We'll make our way to the front of our mat. Forward fold. Okay, so come into this first forward fold. Take your feet wide, so a little bit wider than hip distance apart. Put enough bend into your knees. You can touch, connect your torso to your thighs. Head and neck hang down. And feel free to hold on to your opposite elbows here. So it might feel good to kind of find a little movement here. Rock that weight. Shift your weight side to side. Still staying with your breath. So I'll take one more breath here. With your exhale, release your elbows, fingertips to your mat, heel toe your feet all the way together. Inhale, roll up, reach up, look up. Exhale, bow, fold forward. Let's do that again. Inhale, roll up, reach up, look up. Then exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift here, long spine. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift again. Then exhale, fold. Inhale, roll up, reach up, look up. Exhale, bow, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step back to your plank pose here, top of a push-up. Okay, we're going to hang out here for a few breaths. So, what I want you to do is to shift your weight forward just a little bit. You want your shoulders stacked over your wrists. Think, spread those fingers wide. You're pressing the mat away from you. So it's an act of push down. And then think, try to draw your palms back towards your toes. Toes towards your palms. So they're not really moving. It's just like that draw back, draw forward with your toes. So palms draw back, toes draw forward. You should feel your core start to shake here. Feel that engagement. Start to rock back and forth on your toes. Plank rockers. Let's take a couple more rocks here. Finish your second rock. Back to your neutral plank. Take a full breath here. Exhale, lower all the way down to your mat. Nice and slow. Tops of your feet press into your mat. Slide your palms back a little bit. You want to think base of your palm, it's your upper ribs. With that, draw your heart forward. Shoulders draw back, baby cobra pose. Full breath in. Exhale, release. Inhale, back up, baby cobra. Lift that heart, draw your shoulder blades together. Stay here, or if upward facing dog is in your yoga practice, feel free, press up dog. Full inhale. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Pedal those feet here. Reconnect. Full breath in. Long breath out. Take one more deep breath in. And with your exhale, come up onto your toes. Bend your knees. Slowly walk your feet forward to your hands. Feet together, front of your mat. Halfway lift. And fold. Inhale, roll up, reach up, look up. Exhale, bow, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Then exhale, fold. Plant your palms. Step back to your plank pose again. Nice, guys. So either from your toes or to your knees, tilt forward, lower down halfway for your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or that cobra. Exhale, press back, down dog. Nice, so as we go through the class this morning, we'll do a whole lot of those vinyasas. So take any modifications you like to. From your toes or your knees for your chaturanga, up dog or that cobra. Feel free to skip any vinyasas that you like to. Just kind of making this class as easy or as hard as you like to. Just listen to your body. Take a full breath here. Exhale, bend your knees. Come onto your toes. Walk your feet to your hands. Feet together. Halfway lift. And fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Rise up. First chair pose. Nice, guys. So think, let your knees touch here. So knees touch. Shoulders over your hips. Sink your hips down. Reach back through your fingertips. Long through your spine. I'll sink down just a little bit lower. Take a full inhale here. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. And with your exhale, plant your palms. Step back to your plank pose. From your toes or your knees. Tilt forward, lower down halfway for your chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or that cobra. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Feet together at the back of your mat. Take a full breath in and reach your right leg high. With your exhale, come forward, knee to nose, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose again, hollow out. Inhale, reach that leg back. Exhale, knee to nose, hover here. Step through between your hands, up onto your fingertips. Runner's lunge here. Think right knee over your right ankle. Feet hip distance apart. You're on the ball of your back left foot. With that, squeeze your inner thighs together. Reach your arms forward. Sweep up. Crescent lunge. Take a full breath here. With your exhale, cartwheel your hands down to your mat. Flow through. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, press back to your down dog. Feet together, left leg to the side. Exhale, come forward, knee to nose, shoulders over wrists. Inhale, lift that left leg. Exhale, knee to nose again, hollow out. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, knee to nose. Hover. Lightly step through between your hands. Runner's lunge. So you kind of own your fingertips here. Think. Feet hip distance apart. Left knee over your left ankle. Press through the ball of that back right foot. Nice, guys. So from here, squeeze your inner thighs together. Arms reach forward. Sweep up. Crescent lunge. Full inhale. Exhale, cartwheel down to your mat. Flow through. Chaturanga. All the way to your downward facing dog. Just deep breath in. Long breath out. Take one more deep inhale. With your exhale, step, float forward, front of your mat. Feet together, halfway lift. And fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose, rise up. As you guys take your arms by your sides, palms face forward. Stay right here or interlace your fingers at your low back. And if you're taking that interlace first, working to straighten out your arms. Lift your heart just a little bit more. Press your knuckles towards the back edge of your mat. And so sink down just a little lower. Take a full breath in. Exhale, fold forward. Keep that bind. Reach your arms up overhead. Rinsing your shoulders out. Taking one more breath here. And with your exhale, release that bind. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, flow through, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, press to your down dog. Feet together, right leg to the side. Exhale, come forward, knee to nose. Step through, rise up, crescent lunge. Full breath here. Exhale, open, warrior two. Flip your front palm and reverse. Just gotta sink a little deeper into your lunge. Reach back a little bit more with those fingertips. Take one more breath. Exhale, cartwheel down to your mat. Flow through. Chaturanga. All the way to your down dog. Follow your breath. Once you get there, feet together, left leg to the side. Exhale, come forward, knee to nose. Step through. Rise up, crescent lunge. Full breath at the top. Exhale, open, warrior two. Flip that front palm and reverse. Just hanging out here for a couple of breaths. Really feeling that side body stretch. Get a little deeper into your lunge. Reach back a little further through those left fingertips. Take one more breath here. And with your exhale, cartwheel down to your mat. Flow through, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, press back to that down dog. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Go over, full inhale here. Exhale, step, float forward, front of your mat. Feet together, halfway lift. And fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose, back into it. Nice, guys, sink into that chair pose. This time take your arms by your sides, palms face forward. We're going to start to fold our torso forward. So think, belly pretty much connects to your thighs here. Take your gaze right in front of your big toes. Then reach your arms forward. Power pose one. So think press your hips back towards the back edge of your mat. And see if you can sink just a little bit lower. Fingertips back in line with those shoulders. Take a full breath here. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And with your exhale, chaturanga, flow through. Or feel free to meet us there anytime you want to. Back in that down dog. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Bringing your feet together at the back of your mat. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, come forward, knee to nose. Use your core, step through. Rise up, sweep up, crescent lunge. Take a full breath here. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Flip that front palm and reverse. Feel that side body stretch. Keep that length. Start to come forward. Extended side angle, right side. Right forearm to your right thigh. Left arm reaches up. So think pressure hips towards the long. So the left long edge of your mat. Then roll your left shoulder back just a little bit. It's taking your body into one plane. So think about your left foot now. Press down and back with that left leg. Super firm with that leg. Here we go. One more breath. With your exhale, let your left arm lead you upright. Warrior two. Flip that front palm and reverse. Take a full breath in. Exhale, cartwheel all the way down to your mat. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, press back to your down dog. Feet together, left leg left side. Exhale, come forward, knee to nose. Use your core, step through. Sweep up, rise for your crescent lunge. Full breath here. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Flip your front palm and reverse. Feel that side body stretch. Keep that length, start to come forward. Left forearm to your left thigh. Right arm reaches up. Extended side angle here. Okay, so think, press your hips. So both hips press towards the right, long edge of your mat. And then lean your right shoulder back just a little bit. So hips underneath those shoulders, their body in one line. Think about your right foot now, press down and back, super firm. Here we go, one more breath. Exhale, let your right arm lead you upright. Warrior two. Flip that front palm and reverse. Take a full inhale. Exhale, cartwheel down to your mat. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, press to your down dog. Full breath in. Long breath out. One more deep inhale here. With your exhale, step. Float forward, front of your mat. Feet together, halfway lift. And fold. Inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. Nice, guys. So right into it. We're going to come into that power pose 1. So think, connect your torso to your thighs. Take your gaze right in front of your big toes here. This time, interlace your fingers. Press forward. All right, so think press those hips towards the back edge of your mat. Then press forward with those palms. Feel that core, belly button drawing in. So you got to take one more breath here. And with that exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Then exhale, chaturanga. Flow through to your down dog. Just deep breath in. Long breath out. Take one more deep inhale. With your exhale, walk your feet forward to your hands. Feet together, halfway lift. And fold. Inhale, roll up, reach up, look up. And with your exhale, hands to your heart center. Nice, guys. So take a moment here for yourself if you need to. Get you a drink of water. Towel off. We're all going to meet at the front of our mats. Hands at our heart center. Nice. I'll be in the middle of my mat so I can face you guys. But take it to the front of your mat. Hands to your heart center. Close your eyes. Think roll your shoulders down your back. Get a little taller through the crown of your head. Tuck your tailbone here. Core tightens. Then really press your feet into your yoga mat. So you're standing up nice and tall here. So I'll take one more deep breath in. And with your exhale, open up your eyes. Draw your left knee up towards your chest. So left knee lifts up here. Hinge at the hips. Warrior 3. So press back through the sole of that left foot. Crown of your head reaches forward. Think, draw your inner thighs towards each other. That's going to help out with that balance here. Start to hinge back upright, knee to chest. Hinge at the hips, press back. Warrior 3. As soon as you get here, start to put a bend into your right knee. Lightly step your left toes back. Crescent lunge. Full breath in. With your exhale, left hand comes down, right arm goes high. Find your twist. So that left hand is down, right arm is high. Think press to the ball of that back left foot. Crown of your head reaches forward. Tuck your right hip down and back. So let's take one more breath here. And with your exhale, take your right hand back to your mat. Step back to your plank pose. Option here is take some shoulder taps. Right hand, left shoulder. Left hand, right shoulder. Press back, down dog. Full breath in. Exhale, step, float forward, front of your mat. Feet together, halfway lift. And fold. Inhale, roll up, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to our heart center. Right away, right knee draws up towards your chest. So when you're ready, hinge at the hips, press back, warrior 3. So that the sole of your right foot is pressing back. It's like you're trying to push something away from you. Crown of your head reaches forward. Draw your inner thighs in towards each other. Hinge back upright, right knee to your chest. Send that right leg back, warrior 3. So as soon as you find this pose, start to put that bend into your left knee. Right toes reach back. Arms sweep up, crescent lunge. Take a full inhale. With your exhale, right hand comes down, left arm goes out. You're going to find your twist here. Thanks, guys. With that twist, you got your right hand underneath your right shoulder. Left arm reaches up. Press through the ball of your back right foot. Crown of your head reaches forward. So you'll find that length. Think, tuck that left hip down and back. So you'll feel this stretch outside edge of your left hip. Stay here for one more breath. With your exhale, take your left hand back to your mat. Plank pose, top of a push-up. Option for those shoulder taps. Right, then left. Press back, down dog. Full breath in. Long breath out. Once all that, do that again. Deep breath in. Open your mouth with your exhale. So feet together at the back of your mat. Take a deep breath in and reach your right leg high. And with your exhale, come forward. Right knee to your right elbow. Tap it. Inhale, reach your right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Draw through midline. Inhale, lift your right leg high. Exhale, knee to your left elbow. So you're twisting under here. Inhale, lift it high again. Exhale, knee to nose. Step through between your hands. Rise up, crescent lunge. Full breath here. Exhale, open, warrior two. Flip your front palm and reverse. Take a full inhale. And with your exhale, start to come forward. Extended side angle, second time through. So maybe another variation. So you can go forearm to thigh. Take your fingertips, inner or outer edge of your right foot. Maybe half wrap. Full bound if it's in your practice. So especially if you're taking that wrapper bind, think about your left foot. Press down and back. So it's really easy for us just to lean forward, but you want to equal the weight out. Both soles of your feet. Stay here for one more breath. With your exhale, let your left arm lead you upright. Warrior two. Flip that front palm and reverse. Take a full breath in. Exhale, cartwheel down to your mat. Flow through, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, press to your down dog. Feet together, left leg lifts high. With your exhale, come forward, left knee to your left elbow, tap it. Inhale, reach your left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose through midline. Inhale, reach that leg back. Exhale, knee to right elbow, twist under. Inhale, lift it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Step through. Sweep up, rise for your crescent lunge. Deep breath in at the top. Exhale, open up, warrior two. Flip that front palm and reverse. Take a full breath in. And with your exhale, start to come forward, extended side angle. Second time through, so you can go forearm to thigh. Let your left fingertips come down inner or outer edge of that left foot. Half wrap. Full bound if it's in your practice. So let's all think about that right foot now. Press down and back. Super firm with that leg. So we go for one more breath. Exhale, let those right fingertips lead you upright. Warrior two. Flip your front palm and reverse. Take a full breath here. And with your exhale, cartwheel down to your mat. Step back to your plank pose. Nice guys, top of a push-up here in your plank pose. Okay, so think stacked shoulders over those wrists. And this is how we started. Draw those palms back towards your toes, toes towards your palms. Equal the weight out with both of your hands. Drop your heels to the right. Back through center. Both heels drop to the left. Back through center. Tilt forward onto your toes. Heels to the right. Back through center. Heels to the left. Back through center. Tilt forward on your toes just a little bit more. Heels to the right. Through center. Heels to the left. Back through center. Take a full inhale here. Exhale, lower all the way down to your mat. Nice and slow. Rest one side of your face on your yoga mat. Let's take a moment here to kind of settle your breath. Deepen your breath. So let's all take one more full breath here. With your exhale, bring your forehead through center, arms by your sides. Shalabhasana, locust pose here. So you have your palms face down towards your yoga mat. Lift your heart. Lift your arms, draw your shoulder blades together, then lift those legs. So everything is lifting up as you press your hips down into your yoga mat. As crown of your head reaches forward, feet reach back. Take a full breath in. Exhale, lower down. Rest the other side of your face on your yoga mat. Feel free to put a bend into your knees. Windshield wipe your legs side to side. So from here, forehead back through center. Option, maybe interlace your fingers at your low back this time. Feel those hips press into your yoga mat. Lift your heart. Lift your legs. Draw your shoulder blades together. Take a full breath in. Long breath out. One more deep inhale. Exhale, lower down to your mat. Rest the other side of your face. Bend those knees. Windshield wipe side to side. One more time. Okay, so when you're ready, plant your palms like you're going to come back to your cobra pose here. Options. Either tuck your toes, press yourself up, hop plank, or press yourself up, hands and knees. Then back, downward facing dog. And take a moment here, reconnect, pedal your feet, walk your dog. Full breath in, long breath out. Take one more deep inhale. With your exhale, walk those feet forward to your hands. Feet together, halfway lift. And fold. Inhale, roll up, reach up, look up. With your exhale, hands to your heart center. Nice, guys. So we're coming to our balancing sequence of our class today. So what we're going to do is we're going to start out in our eagle pose. So eagle pose, left side. So reach your arms up high. Wrap your left arm underneath your right arm. And you can go palms together here. Backs of your hands together. Or you can hold on to your opposite shoulders. So left arm under. Think, sink down like you're coming to your chair pose. Wrap your left leg over. So it's left arm under, left leg over. Then you want to draw everything into one line. So elbows, knees into one line. Draw your shoulders back over your hips. Nice. So shoulders over your hips. You got a really long spine here. It's almost like you're doing a wall sit. A lot of engagement in that right leg. Okay, so keep those eagle arms. Unwrap your legs. Left leg crosses over. Figure four. So flexion with your left foot. Point your left toes towards your left knee. And then think. You're staying fairly upright, but press your hips towards the back edge of your mat. Nice. Let's go ahead and ditch those eagle arms. Hands to your hips. Take your left hand. Hold on to your left ankle. Draw that left foot up into place for your tree pose. Right, so if you can't come to the inner part of your right thigh, come below your knee. It's either above or below your knee. Hands to your heart center. And feel free to grow your tree. Stay with this. One more breath. Exhale, hands to your heart center. Step your left foot down. Shake those legs out just a little bit. First two fingers in your thumbs. Wrap them around your big toes. You want your feet a little bit past hip distance apart. Hold on to those big toes. Bend through your knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward. So get your big toe folds here. Using the strength in your arms to actively draw your torso down. Lengthen out your spine here. But if you feel any discomfort, especially in your low back, bend your knees deeper. Deep breath here. Exhale, release your big toes. Fingertips down, heel toe those feet together. Inhale, roll up, reach up, look up. Exhale, hands to our heart center. Let's go. So we got that sequence on our other side. Eagle pose to start. So arms reach up. Wrap your right arm underneath your left arm. So palms together, backs of your hands together, or hold on to your opposite shoulders. So you got your right arm under. Sink down like you're coming to your chair pose. Right leg wraps over. So right arm under, right leg over. Right, so elbows and knees in one line to start. And try to keep them there. Shoulders back over your hips. And so really tight through your core. And think long spine. A lot of strength in that left leg on this side. Okay, so keep those eagle arms. Unwrap your right leg. Figure four. So you're just going to cross it over. Think long through your spine, but press your hips back towards the back edge of your mat. You should feel the stretch on the outside of that right hip still. Okay, so we'll do those eagle arms. Hands to those hips. Keep your left hand on your hip. Take your right hand for your right ankle. Draw that foot up into place for your tree pose. So either above your knee or below your knee. Hands to your heart center. And then grow your tree if you like. Let's take one more breath here. And with your exhale, hands to your heart center. Step that right foot down. Shake those legs out just a little bit. I'm going to go with another forward fold here. So you can come back to that big toe fold, or you can step onto your palms, toes to your wrist crease. That's your gorilla fold. Either one, start out with feet a little wider than your hips. Step onto those palms or hold onto your big toes. Either way though, bend with those knees. Halfway lift. And fold. And so again, you get to use the strength in your arms here to draw your torso down. And if you're taking that gorilla fold, press your toes into your wrists. So really push down with those toes. It could be a nice counter stretch, especially for doing all those chaturangas. Let's take one more breath here. And with your exhale, step off your palms, release your big toes, feet a little bit wider, toes turn out, sink your hips down, yogi squat. All right, so if you got a block nearby, you can feel free to sit on your yoga block here. And once you find your yogi squat, think, hug your knees into your elbows. So knees hug around your elbows. Elbows press into your knees. Get a little tall through the crown of your head. Stay here. If there's an arm balance you want to practice, crow or crane, feel free to come into it now. If you're just going to hang out in this yogi squat with me, feel free to kind of shift that weight side to side. Feel that stretch a little deeper with those inner thighs as you kind of find that movement here. And so if you're taking that arm balance, crow or crane, and you want to shoot back for your chaturanga, go for it. Otherwise, in that yogi squat, start to plant your palms on your mat. Straighten your legs, turn your toes forward, step back, downward facing dog. We'll all meet back into that down dog. So let's take a moment here. Reconnect. Paddle those feet out. And start to come into stillness. Take a deep breath in. And with your exhale, walk your hands back to your feet. So your hands walk back to your feet at the back of your mat. Hands to those hips. Lift up through the back of your head. Nice. So step your right foot in. I'd say about halfway on your yoga mat. So about to the the middle of your yoga mat. And then think feet hip distance apart. So feet hip distance apart. Straighten out both your legs. Squeeze through your quadriceps. Start to fold forward. So get your torso about parallel to your mat. You can stay right here or bring your fingertips down. With that, take an inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forward over your right leg. And so this is your pyramid prep pose. You're isolating the stretch in your right hamstring. If you want to feel it deeper, first think, reach the crown of your head forward. And if you still want to feel it deeper, you just come up onto your right heel, lift your right toes. Bring inflection into that foot. Stay with this. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Take one more deep breath here. With your exhale, let your right toes come back down to your yoga mat if they're lifted. Put a slight bend into your right knee. Left foot steps forward to meet your right foot. Feet together here. Halfway lift. And fold. Take your hands to your hips. Lift up through the back of your head. Nice. So your left foot steps forward. So about towards the front of your yoga mat with this one. We're going to set up for our other side with that pyramid prep pose. So when you're ready, make sure your feet are hip distance apart. Straighten your legs. Squeeze through those quadriceps. Start to fold forward over your left leg. And you get your torso about parallel to your yoga mat. You can stay here with your hands on your hips. This calls for more strength. Or you can let your fingertips down. We'll get more stretch this way. And if you have your fingertips down, you can take an inhale halfway lift. Find that length in your spine. And then fold forward over your left leg. Nice, so taking it a little deeper here, you can just think, reach the crown of your head forward. You'll feel it in that left hamstring more. If you want to feel it even more, you can come up onto that left heel. Bring inflection into your foot, so point your toes up towards your body. Just deep breath in. Long breath out. One more full breath here. With your exhale, let your left toes return to your yoga mat if they're lifted. Slight bend into that left knee. Right foot steps forward to meet your left foot here. Feet together, halfway lift. And fold. Hands to those hips. Lift up through the back of your head. Nice, guys. So we're going to take it to our next balancing pose. We're going to come into our half moon pose. So it's going to be half moon pose, right side. So to set that up, take it towards the front of your mat. So towards the front of your mat. If you have a block here or something that you can kind of elevate the floor or your mat to you, it's going to help out a little bit. If you don't have one, that's totally okay. So you can either take your block or something else to the front right corner of your yoga mat. And then to the right, about 6 inches, and that's where your right hand is going to come to, okay? So, with that, take your left hand to your left hip. Start to lift your left leg up. Let your right fingertips come down. So to your block, to your mat, wherever they make their way to. And then, press back through the sole of your left foot. Crown of your head reaches forward. And so find that length here. And you keep your left hand on your left hip, continuing to stack those hips left over right, or you can reach up to your left fingertips. Nice, half moon pose. Nice, guys, listen carefully here. We're going to let all of our fingertips come down to our yoga mat. So left fingertips come down. Square your hips up here. So hips square up. Press back through the sole of your left foot. Start to bring your left fingertips underneath your left shoulder, right hand to your right hip. Open your shoulders up to the right. You can keep your hand on your hip or reach up to your right fingertips. Revolved half moon pose here. So press back through the sole of your left foot. Crown of your head reaches forward. Let's take one more breath here. Exhale, step down. Hang down into your ragdoll. Let it loose. Nice. So that half moon pose. On your base legs, a pretty deep stretch through that hamstring. So that was our right side with that right hamstring. We're going to go other side with that sequence. So it's half moon into revolved half moon. So when you're ready, if you have that prop, take it to the front left corner of your mat and then to the left, about 6 inches. Take your right hand to your right hip. Left fingertips come down. So for that prop or the mat, start to stack your right hip over your left hip. Press back through the sole of your right foot. Crown of your head reaches forward. Stay here, hand on hip, continuing to open up. Or you can reach up to your right fingertips. This guy's half moon pose, left side. Find that length here, press back. Reach the crown of your head forward. Nice, take one more breath. And with your exhale, let your right fingertips come to your yoga mat. So all 10 of your fingertips are down. Start to square your hips up. So hips square to your yoga mat. Press back through the sole of that right foot. Take your left hand to your left hip. And make sure your right fingertips are underneath your right shoulder. Start to open those shoulders up to the left. You can stay here, hand on your hip, or reach up to your left fingertips. Revolved half moon pose. And so hips are square. Really press back through the sole of that right foot. Stay with it. Deep breath in. Exhale, release. Hang down into that ragdoll. Let it loose. Nice, guys. From here, we're going to make our way down onto our seat. So cross your legs. Roll down onto your seat. Roll down onto your back. Hug your knees into your chest. Feel that squeeze here. Nice, so made it down into our yoga mats. But before we start to really relax, let's take our arms by our sides. Lift your legs up into the air. All right, so it's almost like you're coming to your Viparita Karana here. Keep your gaze straight up. Straight up the whole time. Think low back, anchors down into your yoga mat. Let your right leg lower to a hover. Right leg back up, left leg lowers to a hover. Left leg back up. Both legs lower to that hover. Think plant that low back the whole time. Back upright. Go right leg through center. Left leg through center. Both legs. All right, so just kind of work through at your own pace. Alternating those legs. Then taking both legs. We're going to go 10 here. So I'm on 4 on my count. So just keep working. Think about that low back the whole time. These guys, 3 more. 2. Last one. Right, left, both. Hover, back upright. Hug those knees into your chest. Ooh, this time might feel good to start to rock a bit side to side. Feel your spine, massage down into your yoga mat. So when you're ready, let the soles of your feet come to your yoga mat. Take your arms out like cactus arms. Drop both knees to the left. Back up through center, both knees to the right. Back up through center. Plant your feet. Come into your bridge pose here. So feet hip distance apart. See if you can barely graze your heels with your fingertips. If you can, that's a good distance. So options here, slightly lift your hips Interlace your fingers at your low back. Or hold on to the edges of your mat. Either one. Walk your shoulder blades together. Lift those hips up. Let's deep breath here. Exhale, lower down. Next, we'll take one more here. Bridge or wheel. So bridge or wheel. Come into it now. So if you take that wheel pose, first, working to straighten out your arms. Take a little bit more weight to the soles of your feet. Press your chest back between your shoulders. And taking that bridge pose. See if you can lift those hips up just a little higher. Chest a little closer to your chin. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, lower down, nice and slow. Release that bond if you have it. Soles of your feet come together, knees go wide. Supta Baddha Konasana. So you can take your left hand to your heart, right hand to your low belly. Or you can reach your arms up overhead, kind of releasing some of your heat. Take a couple of full breaths here. Reconnecting. One more deep breath in. With your exhale, take your hands outside edges of your knees. Draw your knees through center. Hug your knees into your chest. And we'll find our happy baby pose from here. So grab the outside edges of the soles of your feet. And so it might feel good to kind of find some movement here. Rock a little side to side. Let's go. So feel free to stay right here. If there's another inversion you want to practice, come into it now. So that might mean Viparita Karani, lifting those legs up, kind of like we were doing those leg lifts. But you can take your hands to your low back this time. Makes it a little more restorative. Or if you have a block, you can take that block there. Shoulder stand. Whatever inversion you want to take, just get your legs up over your heart. And there's nothing wrong with staying in that happy baby pose. So guys, if you're in your shoulder stand and you want to come into your plow pose, feel free to support your low back until your toes reach. And if you're taking that plow pose, let your knees come on the outside edges of your ears. Slowly roll out. And whatever inversion you're in, let's all let our legs come back down to our yoga mat. Remove your prop if you need to. From here, let the soles of your feet come down to your yoga mat, almost like you're coming back to your bridge pose here. We're going to find our figure four. So cross your right leg over. Flexion with that foot, so right toes towards your right knee. You can take your right hand, draw your right knee forward towards the front of your mat. Or if you want to take it deeper, interlace your fingers behind your left leg. Draw everything down towards your chest. Just spin a few breaths here to start. Kind of let that right hip open up. And then when you're ready, if you want to come into your reclined pigeon pose from here, feel free to. If you're not familiar with it, what you can do is you can take your right knee to your right elbow crease. You're kind of cradling your right leg. And then your left foot towards your left elbow crease. Straighten your left leg out. So this is just an option. And take a moment here to find that breath again. So just take a couple more full breaths. And with your next exhale, if you're in that recline position, let your left leg come back into place to kind of grab hold of your right leg. Release that bond. Let's all let the sole of our left foot return to our yoga mat. Take your right knee, hug it into your chest. Let your left leg go long on your mat. We'll take our left hand outside edge of your right knee. Draw that right knee across your body. Twist to your left. So you can kind of roll over onto your left hip here. Take your gaze over your right shoulder. Just take a deep breath here. With your exhale, start to untwist. Both soles of your feet come down to your yoga mat. We're going to find that figure four, left side. So left leg crosses over. So point your left toes towards your left knee. You can take your hand, just draw your knee forward. That might feel like enough. If you want to take a deeper interlace behind your right thigh. So we got our figure four. Take a few breaths here. And then, when you're ready, if you want to, come into that recline pigeon. So just an option for that recline pigeon. And if you're taking of those, so it's that left knee to your left elbow crease. Sole your right foot towards your, so sole your left foot towards your right elbow crease. You kind of cradle in that left leg. And then your right leg goes long. Find that breath again. Let's take a few more full breaths here. Let's take one more deep breath in. And with your exhale, if you're in that recline pigeon pose, start to let your right leg come back into place to grab hold of your left leg. Release that bond if you have it. Let's all let the sole of our right foot return to our yoga mat. Take your left knee, hug it into your chest. And go ahead and straighten your right leg out on your mat. Take your right hand outside edge of your left knee. Draw it across your body. Twist to your right. So you can kind of roll over onto your right hip here. And take your gaze over your left shoulder. Take a full breath here. And with your exhale, start to untwist. Take both legs long on your mat. Arms by your sides. Palms faced up. Close your eyes. Start to let everything get heavy. Sinking down into your yoga mat. Take a deep breath here. Fill up all the way. Exhale, open your mouth. Shavasana. Slowly start to deepen your breath. Wiggle the fingers, wiggling toes. And feel free to reach your arms up, overhead, taking one final stretch here. When you're ready, put a bit into your knees. Plant the soles of your feet on your mat. Roll to one side. Take a moment here to curl up. And with your eyes still closed and your body at ease, slowly press yourself up to your seat. So guys, we'll make our way to our seat on our yoga mat. Hands to your knees. Find those sit bones. Sit them nice and tall. Roll your shoulders down your back. Get a little taller through the crown of your head. We'll take our hands to our heart center. We'll close our practice today, taking a couple of deep breaths here together. So empty out all your air. Deep breath in. And out. Take one more full breath here. And exhale. Thumb tips come to our fourth center. And with gratitude for this practice, namaste. Alright guys, thank you all so much for coming out today, sharing your yoga practice with us. If you have any questions at all, feel free to leave a message here. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.